Felt like you guys got the gains you needed from guys like John Collins, Chris Dunn offensively. Why wasn't that enough tonight?
Because we couldn't get stops. I thought, whatever we try to do with Luka, switch, fire, blitz, like he just picked us apart. Just a tough cover. Just trying to, mix it up, show him different looks. But he's a great player, and he took advantage of everything we tried to do tonight. And but just seeing KD get going, see John Collins get going, that was good to see. I thought playing a small ball, let JC set more screens, running the screens, I thought was really good for us and really effective. And we just got to continue to just keep building off that.
You've been struggling shooting the ball from three. I think it was 31% coming into this game. Was there anything that first quarter you guys maybe could have done differently, or was he just, seeking out mismatches and was on a roll?
Say it again?
Was there anything you guys could have done differently, or was he just seeking out mismatches and got on a roll?
No, I think, just the penetration and getting into the paint and then making the right play. They were helping and loading up on James and Kawhi and just making a simple play. And he was a recipient of some, wide open threes.
Can Guad be the defender that you need him to be for this defense to get better?
Yeah, I think so.
What's the time frame that you can have for him to take on some of those assignments where heads of snakes aren't going off? It's all visible.
Yeah.
The game.
I mean, I think.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I think when he gets healthy, I think when he gets healthy, 100%, and then also, when he's able to get his minutes up, I think it'll be better for him. But just getting his legs, only his second game back, and to put that kind of pressure on him, I think it'd be unfair, right now this early. So just let him get, 100% healthy, and then he will have to have some of that responsibility.
18 games in, you guys are 5-13. How does this get fixed?
How's it what?
How's it get fixed?
Well, I think it gets fixed by, the first three quarters we played, I thought was, really solid, basketball. And then the things that have been hurting us, we had a couple turnovers. We were up one, had the ball, had a chance to go up, steal for a dunk, and then had a couple more of those, and then offensive rebounding. They hurt us about just going to the glass and us not being able to rebound in basketball. They got a lot of easy putbacks that really hurt us, especially when we had to lead up one and then just kind of snowball from there.
But what has to change for this script seems basically a nightly basis for you guys, where there's a couple quarters you guys play well and then just unravels? Like, what has to change to where that doesn't happen?
Well, I mean, we got to play better. I mean, teams are better than we are right now. It's part of it, we got to continue, like JBG said before the game, play hard as hell, talk loud as, can't say that word, but we got to continue to do it. I thought our guys had the right intent and did it, and we got beat by a better team right now. They're playing at a high level, and we wasn't able to sustain like we've been having a problem, like you said, either third quarter or fourth quarter. We just kind of run out of gas.
So I know you guys have had guys in and out, but that's kind of been the story for you since you've been here, having to deal with shorthanded teams and guys in and out, and you've never been this far below 500 since you've been here. Just what has been the difference between this team and some of the teams in the past that have felt like we're able to, even early on in the season, kind of sustain that in and out that you guys have had to deal with at different times?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different this year. I think, in the past we've had, when Kawhi's been out, but we pretty much had the rest of the team, or PG's been out, we've had, pretty much the rest of the team. But, when you're missing, 4 key guys, it's just tough, because you got young guys playing, trying to figure things out and, trying to find their way. But, I mean, we're going to be okay. If we have the same intent and the way we played today for those first 3 quarters, we're going to be okay. So we just got to continue to keep building from there. And we'll be all right. We'll get back on track at some point.
Ty, for multiple seasons, it feels like you guys have been preaching about the rebound, but tonight it was particularly a rough, offensive rebounding night. What needs to be done, or what gets said? Because that's something that it's been so long that you guys have been preaching it. How does it get better?
Well, last year we preached that we was #1 in the league, in defensive rebounding. Coming to this year, like I said, pretty much the same personnel. We just got to do a better job of pursuing the basketball. Instead of crashing, 2 guys or 3 guys, now teams are crashing 4 and 5 guys. And so if everyone's not hitting and everyone's not in the right spot, we're going to give up offensive rebounds. And so that's kind of been the thing with us. Like, now we're hitting, but now we're not able to pursue the basketball. Or, long threes, we're coming in too far, now it's going over our heads, So just understanding playing the radius game as far as rebounding, carving out a radius where we can get the basketball. And we got to do a better job with that.
You tied the "we're going to be okay" message. We've heard you say some similar stuff like that. You talked about like PG out, Guad out, when it seemed unlikely. Like, how do you get a team to believe that?
Stay positive, keep it going. We've been here before, and like I said, we haven't been this far down, but I do have confidence in this team that, we will get on track. We need a couple wins. We got to string together, and, get our guys playing the right amount of minutes, and things will change. Like we have the right intent, doing things the right way, building, our foundation on both sides of the basketball, and things will get better. If we wasn't putting in the work and guys wouldn't, think we could win, or guys wasn't putting in the work, then it'd be something totally different. But they are, and we are, the coaches are. We're looking for all the answers, and we're playing young guys, trying to figure it out. And so, but I do, for me, like I said, I will be okay.